Boruto Review Chapter 15. The story begins by showing Boruto, Naruto, and Sasuke in a dimension along with Ishiki Otsusuki. Even though Boruto brought Ishiki to that place, Boruto doesn't know anything about that dimension also with Ishiki. It seems like Momoshiki's dimension, since Boruto went there using Momoshiki's Karma Seal power. The reason Boruto brought Ishiki to that dimension was to save Konoha village, because if they fought in that village, it was unimaginable what the conditions of Konoha would be like. Not long after Naruto finished talking to Boruto, Ishiki was already advancing toward them at high speed. Naruto tries to hit Ishiki in the face, but his punch misses because suddenly Ishiki is already floating high enough in the air. Ishiki's hand chokes Boruto, which he apparently managed to carry with a fast movement that Boruto didn't have time to avoid. Then Ishiki calls Boruto to recipient of Momoshiki, because Boruto is Momoshiki's vessel. The development of Otsusuki's power in Boruto seems to have gone farther than Ishiki's estimate, having reached around 80%. That is bad news, because there is 20% left until Otsusuki's power completely overcomes Boruto's body, and Momoshiki will be able to take over the body to awaken. Ishiki asks how much karma is still hidden. They ask Boruto to show it to Ishiki. Those words indicate that there are still other abilities from Boruto, thanks to the karma seal he has, but he hasn't shown it yet. Then, Boruto and Sasuke have switched places very quickly, using the ability of Sasuke to win again. Sasuke also tried to give Ishiki a surprise attack using his Chidori, but the attack was in vain. Sasuke's hand that took out the Chidori was held casually by Ishiki. Then he kicked Sasuke's body. Due to Ishiki's physical attack, Sasuke was immediately thrown to the ground quite hard. Seeing a friend falling like that, Naruto immediately prepared to fight and asked Boruto to run out from there. Ishiki was floating in the air since to the ground and says that he never imagined that it would be disturbed by Boruto, by being taken to a place that he didn't know about. For him, it's actually easy to return to Konoha since he has the ability to move in dimension, but Ishiki prefers to stay there and end the game of chasing and finish them off immediately. If Ishiki managed to finish off the two of them, then the people of Konoha will lose their hope and willingly give Kawaki to Ishiki. In response to Ishiki's statement, Naruto was angry and immediately used the Kyuubi chakra to cover his body. Naruto said that Ishiki should not underestimate himself and Sasuke, because they wouldn't lose that easily. Naruto really showed great determination, because he didn't feel intimidated in the least, even though he knew Ishiki's strength was extraordinary. The story moves where Kawaki had dreamed about Jigen, who said that Kawaki was nothing. Above all, Kawaki hated him for his emptiness, and Kawaki received no value for himself. The hole in Kawaki's heart grew bigger. That's why Ishiki gave Kawaki the Karma Seal, because all he could see was the hole in his own heart as it was a special seal. Shortly after that, Kawaki woke up after having a nightmare about Jigen and Karma Seal. When Kawaki woke up, he showed Mado, who told him to calm down because Kawaki was in a safe place. Kawaki is in a hiding location in Konoha village with Amado and several shinobi. There, Shikamaru asks the shinobi in charge of monitoring the village, where the person said that the chakra of Ishiki, Boruto, Naruto, and Sasuke had disappeared. They are confused because they don't know that Boruto and the others have moved to another dimension. Then Kawaki asks what really happened. Amado said Ishiki came to Konoha village to look for Kawaki, but Naruto and the others were trying to find him. Then Kawaki observed his own hands where the Karma Seal had disappeared without a trace. This is because Ishiki hurts the Jigen's body made the Karma Seal that he planted into Kawaki disappear automatically. Seeing that Kawaki is no longer Ishiki's vessel, Shikamaru tells him that he is now a free person. However, Kawaki rejected the statement because as long as Ishiki still intended to make it a vessel, he would never be free. Koki's mind was still in terrible terror, because there was still a chance Ishiki would appear and fight him. Even though Shikamaru said that was why Naruto and the others were fighting their hardest, so that Ishiki couldn't get Kawaki. Again, Kawaki argues with Shikamaru because the opponent this time is a monster stronger than Jigen. Because Ishiki, who was recently indeed much stronger than when he was still controlling Jigen's body. For Kawaki, there's no one who could beat Ishiki right now, because his strength was extraordinary. Amada began to speak by saying that it was true. Ishiki was a monster, but a monster with a limited time. Awakening to Jigen's weak body left Ishiki only a few days before he died, so if Kawaki managed to hide until Ishiki ran out of time, then Ishiki would lose. The story returns to the location of the battle, this time shown by Naruto advancing to attack Ishiki using the Rasengan in both hands. Actually, Naruto's actions were in vain, because ninjutsu like that was not effective against Ishiki. With just a glance, the Rasengan from Naruto's hands had disappeared. Ishiki must have reduced the size of the Rasengan, and then moved it to another dimension because that's how Ishiki's high power works. Losing the Rasengan did not make Naruto lose enthusiasm, because he continued to attack using Kyuubi's hand-shaped chakra to provide consecutive attacks. Boruto showed Naruto's strength was amazed, and gave Naruto the spirit to finish off Ishiki. However, Ishiki apparently managed to dodge and quickly got behind Naruto and kicked him. Luckily, Naruto was on the fly, so he immediately used the Kage Bunshin to attack Ishiki. Meanwhile, Sasuke can fight again, where he has appeared not far behind Ishiki. Naruto restrains Ishiki's body with the Kyuubi's chakra in the form of the two large arms, while from behind Sasuke prepares to attack using Chidori. At first glance, you can see that the combination of Naruto and Sasuke's attack will work, but again Ishiki managed to handle it. With the Daikakutan technique, Ishiki spawns large blocks to crush Sasuke and Naruto. Luckily, Sasuke dodged it while Naruto was hit by the blocks with only his Bunshin. Again, the blocks appeared, so Sasuke and Naruto really bothered to avoid them. Seeing an opportunity, Ishiki immediately attacked Sasuke with a black stick, but Sasuke was able to block this. When Ishiki's attack is blocked by Sasuke using his sword, he instead changed the size of Sasuke's sword to be very small like a needle, but a circumcision needle, so it can no longer be used. With the open gap to attack Sasuke, then Ishiki immediately hit Sasuke's face with a black stick. He hit Sasuke many times, then returned Sasuke's sword to its original size, and Ishiki held the sword. By the time Sasuke was helpless, Ishiki all created to stab him with the sword, but Boruto ran towards Sasuke to prevent Ishiki from stabbing Sasuke. The story once again moves to Konoha village, showing the state of Kawaki, Shikamaru, and Amado. Shikamaru said that the other two evacuated villagers had not yet been withdrawn, so they should still be evacuated because it could be that Ishiki unexpectedly reappeared. There, they were still wondering about the whereabouts of Naruto and the others, because the sensei unit had not succeeded in detecting their chakra. However, there was a report from the journey where it showed Boruto stacking Ishiki using time and space techniques. Then Naruto and Sasuke disappeared shortly after. Koki was a little surprised when he found out about this, because Boruto was also fighting. Katsuki said that if we want to analyze it from anywhere, Boruto and Ishiki's power levels differs greatly. Katsuki expected Boruto to be killed due to the difference in his strength. Responding to Katsuki's words, Amada said that is what Katsuki said is true if only seen from the aspect of the strength. However, Momosuke's strength in Boruto has its own utility value in dealing with Ishiki. The story goes back to Boruto's place, where he protected Sasuke with his body. An interesting thing happened, because Ishiki, who had the opportunity to finish Boruto, didn't even do it. This incident made Boruto realize that Ishiki couldn't finish off Boruto. Not because he couldn't, but because there was a reason. in the village of Konoha. I might also say that Boruto will be the key to victory in the fight against Ishiki. However, of course, we can already guess the reasons why Ishiki couldn't finish off Boruto. This is because Boruto is Momosike's vassal, whereas a member of the Otsusuki clan, Ishiki can finish off Boruto, where it's the same as going to kill Momoshiki. The Otsusuki clan members cannot kill each other. It's no wonder Kaguya didn't finish off Ishiki and Urashiki didn't finish off Toneru. This rule is kind of a breath of fresh air for Boruto, because he can fight as hard as he can without fear of being killed by Ishiki.